Laws are created to serve all humans alike equally. So this should be the case in all legal systems in all countries all over the world, right? Not in Israel. Recently, Israel announced the decriminalization of marijuana in its neighborhoods. This came as an attempt to combat societal problems and also to catch up with what the rest of the globe is doing. Let's rewind a bit through Israel's other laws that combat societal problems. Take the Arnona tax. The Arnona tax is a municipal property tax imposed on any owned property in lands under Israeli jurisdiction. So all holders of the Israeli ID should be paying this tax at the same rate, correct? This is not correct. Israel imposes a higher tax on Arab citizens. They do this in order to deter them from building within their jurisdiction, to make living costs unbearable and eventually drive them out. Even those living outside of the apartheid wall pay the tax, because if they don't, their residency will be exterminated. Although they are forced to pay this tax as Israeli citizens, they in no way receive the benefits that come from paying any of these taxes, not only the Arnona tax. The International Court of Justice and other international bodies declare that Israel has human rights obligations towards all persons under its control. This includes the territory that it occupies. Israel denies these obligations towards the Palestinian people and the land. Let's take, for example, the Palestinian village of Dib. This village of roughly 160 people has been around since 1929. Sdebar, a neighboring Israeli settlement, was established in 1997. Both of these areas fall under Area C, which is land designated to Israel through the Oslo Agreement. Dib is denied basic rights such as electricity, roads, and school systems. Development and infrastructure there are at a standstill, strictly prohibited by Israeli authorities who prevent them from building new homes or even expanding the ones they already have. On the other hand, Sdebar has all commodities common to any Israeli settlements. They have refrigerators and electric lights, which Dib villagers can see from their homes at night. As the occupying power in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, Israel is obliged to ensure the welfare of the occupied population and to limit its actions according to the law of occupation, as set forth in the international humanitarian law. If an Israeli committed an act of murder against a Palestinian, would he or she be punished by law the same as if a Palestinian had committed an act of murder against an Israeli? Of course not. The Israeli would get off for, let's say, a postponed 18-month sentence, or even plead insanity. The Palestinian would get several life sentences, effective immediately, mind you, have his or her home demolished, undergo torture and the worst of conditions in Israeli prisons, and Haaretz newspaper would call him or her a Palestinian terrorist and the other a Jewish extremist. Let's get back to the weed. Israel's double standards are so detailed that they can even be applied to cannabis. Let's imagine an Israeli and a Palestinian, both holders of the Israeli blue ID card, sitting next to each other, having a friendly chat, puffing on the same joint. The Israeli police will show up, let the Israeli off with the initial $250 fine, and arrest the Palestinian. Israel's different treatment of Palestinian breaches its obligation under international law, violates the prohibition against discrimination, the right to freedom of movement, the right to a home, and the right to health. Now how's that for a one-state solution?